Hi, today we're in York at the National Railway Museum to see the world's oldest working model railway.
Come with us.
We've come to the National Railway Museum in York. We're here to see the world record held for the oldest complete working model railway.
It actually came about as a part of a demonstration to give signallers who are training a working model so they can see all the various situations that could happen on railway lines. It's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not into railways, but to actually see it in person and know that this is over 100 years old, amazing.
Yeah, it's quite cool. It's a shame it's not running today. It sort of runs one weekend a year, but one weekend a month. I think they run it for a few hours. So unfortunately, it's not running today, but it's quite interesting, isn't it? You can see it's pretty big.
And it's an exact model of what would be running at the time. So if you can imagine all the trains and the electricals, the wiring system, all to scale. And it's something like a 32 gauge compared to the reality, but it's exact precise. It's never been a toy. It's a full on model for training purposes.
Yeah, it's official.
Yeah.
Railway staff learned how to do signalling.
And as times changed, they upgraded the models. So some of the trains that are here, they actually are of the time, from the time, and are over 100 years old. There was a bit of restoration done on some of those trains, but for the most part, solid, solid history. And understandably, why they got the Guinness World Record, which is on the wall.
Guinness World Records officially issued its certificate around early 2014. It was built in 1912 and installed in the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway Company Signalling School in Manchester in 1913.
It's really nice to see that it's still operational after all these years. I mean, I know they only do it one weekend a month, but it's great that it's still in use, still working, and it's all thanks to the volunteers, really.
Very much so. It's all about the volunteers here. This is what it looks like when it's actually being used. It's only operational 1 day per month for a few hours.
The model was originally designed as a signalling demonstration layout and training tool for railway signallers for the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway Company. It literally taught them the rules of the railway, how to communicate with signal operators, and how to prevent disaster, but without risking real trains. The model railway was used continuously for that purpose for an astonishing 83 years, right up until 1995. That's longer than some actual railways have stayed open in the modern era. I think this signalling display's endurance has surprised many. The layout was once exhibited at the British Empire exhibition in 1925. Unbelievably, it still uses the original track and some original locomotives, as well as some original rolling stock. Now it also operates a selection of newer rolling stock. Apprentices built this model as a hands-on project.
This miniature machine was assembled by staff at the Horwich workshop. It was essentially an early 20th century school project that ended up becoming a vital piece of equipment for training literally generations of railway workers.
The Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway School of Signalling display evolved with the times, just like a real railway. Over this teaching track's long service life, it was repeatedly updated, adding overhead electric wires, modern colour light signals, and even a train control desk to keep pace with real-world changes, turning it into a mini history lesson of signalling technology.
There's approximately 42 meters or 140 feet of running track. It's 15 meters or 50 feet long and 2.74 meters or 9 feet wide.
It's built to a track gauge known as Gauge 1, meaning it is exactly 32 times smaller than the original in every dimension: length, width and height.
These are actual signals. So if you can imagine, this is the scale at which the signalers used to use for the different lines. And then you've got the miniatures in the background for the demonstration and the model.
Okay.
So you can see the scale to which they had to work. And as we go forward in history, you can see where we're now becoming more modernized, so we don't need levers as big. We run on mechanics.
Gauge 1, a European standard at the time, was detailed enough that trainee signallers could practice complex operations, but it was small enough to fit the model in a classroom. Railway workers were taught on this model railway right up until 1995, when this demonstration railway was considered surplus to requirement by the then owner's Railtrack. It was then dormant and left to gather dust when the signalling school closed due to redevelopment. But then, a dedicated group of enthusiastic volunteers undertook a rescue mission in 1995 when they swooped in, boxed up the entire layout, which was a painstaking 4-day operation. The volunteers transported it to York, saving this Edwardian marvel from near certain oblivion. The National Railway Museum in York acquired it. It is now operational, and once a month it continues to teach people how to signal. Instead of educating official railway worker employees, this tiny train set now teaches the general public so that lay people can learn about signal operations. It's amazing that it's still on the job today. Even in retirement, this model railway isn't just gathering dust, it's regularly demonstrated to museum visitors. This gives school kids hands-on signalling lessons for railway safety, proving that it's tougher and more dependable than many modern gadgets. This model, designed for training on steam-era rules, kept working right through the age of diesel, electrification, and into the digital era. It's like a rail equivalent of an early mobile phone. Imagine a smartphone teaching people for 83 years, still getting software updates, and still enlightening the public today.
The antique model railway is a true survivor. It survived 2 world wars and somehow managed to stay relevant despite major technological changes.
This relic was nearly lost forever if not for passionate, heroic volunteers that rescued and restored it. It's now preserved and operated by enthusiasts. It acts as a time capsule for signalling technology.
There are interesting things at the museum besides this, but this is cool. But like literally, when you go around, you see so much history. So much to see, honestly. It's well worth it.
Yeah,
worth it. And it's free. It's free to get into this museum. You can donate if you like, but it's a free entry museum, and it's one of the most populars outside of London. Come along if you can.
Yeah, this place is huge. It's got everything. I mean, this is just like one room, and there's so much here you can see. Yeah, this place is awesome, isn't it? It's like, there's so many trains here from so many years ago.
It's like the Duxford of trains.
Yeah.
I'm full of quips, man. I'm telling you. I ate my Wheaties this morning.
Yeah. And there's more than one model railway in this place, isn't there?
Yes.
That one's from the 80s.
There's so many. It's all train related. So you get all the memorabilia, as well as, you know, the pictures, the maps, books, articles. It's all here.
This obscure rail tutor has given us well over a century of education, yet it remains a little known piece of history that doesn't even have its own Wikipedia page. After a century of duty, it refuses to give up.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you at the next adventure that has a claim to fame.